It's Coffee Near Me. I'm Barbara Deeb. Thanks to the Warren County Public Library for letting us hang out here. We're drinking coffee, we're having a conversation, we're sharing the passions that make the stories of our lives. And this is a fascinating story. Kenan Mujkanovic, and he's a young Bosnian American author, entrepreneur, CEO, but let's continue the conversation. You had this epiphany at 16 that suddenly you were going to do you, and you weren't going to care what other people thought. But you did it with dignity and respect, right?
Yes,
You could have gone the other way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Many people could go down that route. I mean, I look at it as when you know I developed this new 6-step process to how I believe life should work.
You made your own.
Yeah, and the route.
The Kenan philosophy.
Yeah, my philosophy on how life works, and I think it always starts with number one, self-awareness, understanding who you are and what you're here for. You know, what is your purpose? Understanding who you are as an individual and not trying to be what everybody else wants you to be. Like, you know, at 16, that epiphany gave me a wake-up call. It's like, my mom and dad who wanted me to be this one person. My friends wanted me this one person, and everybody else wants me to be like this. But then, who does Kenan want to be, right? Who was I? You know, I was trying to be what everybody else wanted to mold me into be, but I wasn't myself at the end. And that results in depression. That results in not being happy with your life and being miserable. And that's what we have here in America. You see every other country in the world, we have one of the highest, I think, if not the highest, depression, the most depressed people in the world.
Well, and that leads to suicide and other things. So that's number one. What's number two?
Number two is building a dream. Building a dream around your purpose, around who you are.
What if you never find your purpose? What if you search and search and you never really find your purpose?
You need to taste more. I think that life is like a long, endless table of samples. I think there's so much, and people look at it as, oh, life is so short. No, life is long. I have this, I always tell people life is so long, but everybody shortens it by doing the same thing over and over and over again.
And expecting different results. I think they call that insanity.
Exactly. And I think we live like that here in the United States, is that we have this repeated cycle with no new routine. How was Uber founded? By Travis, the founder, walking down the streets of Manhattan, New York, and taking a different route than he usually does and saying, what if we had this type of service? And Uber from then was created.
So take a different route. What's three?
Three is doing. You can have all the knowledge in the world, all the ideas, all the dreams, all the vision, but that will never come to life unless you do something about it. And I call it do.
Even if you fail, do.
Even if you fail, do, because you'll learn something. You'll gain experience. You'll meet new people. You'll find new things that will help you when the next time you try something. Right?
Yeah. What's four?
And four is perspective. Four, this is the one that I'm writing a book about.
Right now?
Yes.
Your second book?
Yes. It's called Life Equals Perspective. People, when it's so easy to lose focus, right? Mm-hmm. Whenever you're doing, you're going to get a lot of people who are trying to bring you down.
Oh, naysayers, yeah.
Naysayers. They
either that or they're jealous. They don't want you to succeed, yeah.
They don't want you to succeed, and they look at it as if, oh, you're crazy, right? And perspective is what changed everything for me.
I bet you got that a lot.
Oh, yeah.
As you moved forward, as you started this nonprofit, Young Visionaries Foundation, you wrote your first book, people are like, we don't want him to succeed.
Yeah. And whenever you're doing, a lot of people, they get started on their dreams. They get started on that DI or that goal. They're chasing after it, and they give up so soon and so early. And it's because everyone's trying to bring them down. But perspective is what keeps you focused. Whenever I wake up in the morning, Barbara, when I wake up, the first thing I do is I go.
You breathe.
I breathe. You know why? Because someone else didn't get a chance to do so. Someone right now during this interview has just passed away or just lost their life and would do anything to be able to do that again. And that puts me in the perspective that I have one life. I don't have 9 like cats do. None of us do.
No.
We have 1. And when I wake up on 2 feet, I'm so grateful for the 2 legs that I woke up on, knowing that someone else didn't get a chance to do so. And that keeps me so hungry and so motivated to push and use every single second, every minute I'm given to do what I'm here to do and not give up. Because if I give up, then that's it.
Perspective and perseverance is what I'm hearing you say. So what's 5?
5 is, so I believe it's 5, it's repeat.
Okay.
Just repeat the whole thing.
So self-talk, tell yourself
Self-talk.
you can do this.
Yeah.
Motivate yourself.
No, actually, my bad. It's happiness. This is the one we forget all the time.
I see, you forgot about happiness.
Yeah, that's the biggest one. Okay, that's the biggest one, happiness. And we all strive for something in this life. A lot of people strive for money. They're going to tell you, oh, life is about making money, or life is about getting success. But behind all of that, what is the root, right? It's so broad to say success. It's so broad to say money. What is the root? Happiness. We all do what we do because it makes us happy. You do what you do because it makes you happy.
Yeah.
It makes you happy. It gets you motivated. It gives you something to do, and you feel complete. Whenever I go out and speak on stage, or whenever I go talk to people or inspire people, it's my purpose. It makes me happy. I'm not doing it, for money or for fame or for success or for any of it. I'm doing it because it makes me happy.
It fills your cup.
Fills my cup. Whenever I started a nonprofit, I didn't get a single thing from it. In fact, it has taken more from me than I have ever, than anything else.
Yeah.
But it made me happy. It made me happy to see a little kid who lacked hope, whose mom was addicted to heroin and didn't have a father, and him being inspired and wanting to do something and and taking him from the route of him being up to no good and being a part of a gang and putting him to do something better and to help the community and to grow it and teach others and lead.
And give back and lead. What's number 6?
Repeat. Repeat the whole thing.
Okay, so happiness, then repeat.
Happiness,
okay.
and then repeat. Because you're going to have new dreams, right? You're going to have a new wake-up call. It's like eventually what you do might wear out, and you feel like you've given everything you got and that there's nothing else to give, and so you want to take things to a new direction. Madonna has recreated herself 7 times. And it's about adapting to
and evolving.
Evolving.
You're 20 years old and you have this wisdom. You have like an old soul. Has anyone ever told you that?
Yeah. My great friend, my great mentor, Jody Richards, just recently.
Representative Jody Richards, who just retired after decades in
Yes.
the House. Yeah.
Great man. I've learned so much from that man, and is a great friend and great mentor of mine. He came out to hear me speak the other night here at the Warren County Public Library, and he said, Kenan, how did you gain wisdom at such a young age, and how did you get that? And it was basically I surrounded myself with people who are older than me, people who have lived through more than I have.
But more importantly, you listened.
I listened.
You listened. And as my good friend Jody Richards would say, I am proud of you and I am proud for you. He taught me that. You're watching Coffee Near Me. We're here at the Warren County Public Library. We're talking with Kenan Mujkanovic, and he's an author, visionary. He's the CEO of a nonprofit, and we'd love for you to continue the conversation with us at Coffee Near Me TV.